Ooh. Well, at least it's not the same team. And I'm playing 80k down. People were talking about Utopia because of the thread that I just linked, which is this one. Oh, let me get that for you. There we are. This thread, it came up there. So he's got a babe, doesn't spend his remaining money, fair enough. Well, so I also played Utopia, but I mostly played a lot of, well, actually no, I played a lot of Utopia as well, but later I played Star Kingdoms, which was quite interesting. And it actually had guilds which spanned 20 kingdoms, and I briefly led one of them in high school, which was pretty amusing, especially when I ran into someone in my school who was in that Transgalactic Empire thing. So yeah, that was fun. Yes, I'll receive. Thanks. Let's look at them. They have... Wait. 2 blitzers, a witch, and a runner. Okay. Well, it's better than the last team. Nice, Verlenig. Well, that's true, Douglas. Although... 7-0 games happen for real, Shawnee. Okay, yes, this looks winnable. So 3 blocks on the line of scrimmage. Let's put him there, shall we? 1, 2, 3. Oh, 4 blocks on the line of scrimmage even. Nice. He's got a witch, but she's not placed quite on the right spot, so this is pretty doable. This guy will be threatened, of course. We need one to pick up the ball with at this guy. So if I put him here and blitz from there, then the witch might be a problem. But I guess I could put a guy here and kind of stop that a bit. Yeah, let's do this. So the World Cup will have its own ladder within the Cabal Vision Open League. So it will not be the free ladder in the Cabal Vision, but the World Cup ladder within Cabal Vision. Quick snap, well that's even better. 3, 4, 5, 6. You can't reach, but a free catch is still good to make. So we're gonna make those 3 blocks for sure. And... Huh! Could even go from here, should have thought of that. Quick snap. Could have gotten 2 surfs. As it is, it doesn't really matter that much. I suppose I could go there, there. Well, you're kind of expecting a lot from Cyanide, though, Eric. Okay, good. Ball in hand. First block. Not a success because of the Blitzer having block. So the surf is already something of a risk. I think I want this guy here before I try that. With this guy behind him. And now we can try the second block. If you qualify in one of the ladders, then yes, you're qualified, period. Which means you don't have to try again. I mean, you can still participate in order to, you know, beat someone still trying to qualify after in their 20th game. That seems like fun. You know, I mean, I could qualify in the first run and then still participate in order to snipe Jimmy on his 20th game or something. That would, yeah, that sounds appealing. So a counter surf against this guy does seem possible at the very least. I'm not going to be able to stop that reliably. Let's do this. That is correct, Johnny. So I could go here, and that way at least he would need 2 assists for the follow-up. Thank you for the host, Sheepdog. Appreciate it. Yeah, this looks decent. So he could try and counter surf, but it wouldn't be exactly easy. My guy is a Lino, his guy is a Blitzer, so the both down is definitely not a good idea. Right, so this guy is quite alright where he is, really. See no need to thin this out right now. Well, if this becomes a situation, I want him ready to respond. So you know what? He's going to go here instead. Yes, killing elves. So this guy was needed to assist on a surf. He's at risk in turn, but at least it'll require a lot of positioning from my opponent. I'm playing my second game with a new Dark Elf team. My last Dark Elf team played its 9th game and suffered a tie against a well-skilled but not super coached Lizard team. And so I'm back to the drawing board with new Dark Elves. This is basically just practice run for the World Cup. Yeah, so I think the first one will still have plenty of bad coaches, and then the second one will probably have a lot more high-skilled coaches in it. Because the poorer coaches will have given up at some point. That would be my expectation. It does sound like fun still. I'm looking forward to it. So if he cancels this assist, he's got 2 dice on the first one and then 1 die on the second one. Well, I think Lizards have a good shot at the at winning a qualifier, at getting in there, but then they need to win the open, the main event, where they're gonna face against Wood Elves and against Dark Elves. probably, and they're going to lose for that. Yes, it is a reset for knockout stage, Ceremon, exactly. So the first one is a push. The second one is a 1 die. Oh, that's gotta hurt. And so now it's my turn. I might actually foul the switch. Hey there, Eidolon. Let's start with blocking, though. Good. Good. Not that one. Yes, this one. Here will do. Dishwasher wasn't quite full. Oh, that's a bad. I'll be streaming for a bit still. So he's at risk, of course. Also, if the witch surfs this, she's got no way out of there. But I could block this guy, actually, and then surf the other one. That sounds way better. Let's secure the ball before we try that, though. Come on, do it! No, 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 no. That is really, really bad. That is really, really bad indeed. So if my opponent were a competent coach, I probably wouldn't be doing this. Good. So he could go here, and then I'd have a quite reasonable surfing chance with the witch. At the risk of lots of stuff. Lots of bad stuff happening. If he knows what he's doing, he's gonna really take advantage of this. But I've got the feeling he might actually not. So this is kind of a weird metagame, right? This is bad coaching if your opponent knows what he's doing, but it might actually be quite solid coaching if your opponent hasn't got a clue, which in this case feels like it's happening. So don't try this at home, is basically the suggestion. Yes, that is correct, Liquor. So 64 spots, 15 of which go to the open one, and the other counting is hard. What did I say? 64, 15, so that would be 49 spots. Very nice, Hunter. Yes. No, I'm sure there's more than 10 leagues. Yeah, so Jimmy signed up for a lot of extra leagues at some point. It was a tie, Valenia. Good game. So I'm now 1-2-0, I think. No! Missed next game. Oh, that kind of sucks. So I considered signing up for for private leagues just to get into the into the World Cup, and it felt so cheesy. I mean, these are meant to be representative of existing leagues, which is where the game is happening, rather than people joining leagues because they got qualifying tickets. So I decided not to. I've been playing as an open league, as a COL coach, so that's how I'm gonna try and get into the World Cup. And if that fails, it fails, that's fine. So, where are you going, Miss Witch? Okay, interesting. You cannot... No. Okay. Thank you, Fashbinder. Let's see, these are both mine. I'm not surfing multiple guys here, so just the witch then. Certainly seems worth it. It does mean this guy is now at some serious risk, but it's the right play for the moment. So yes, let her choose to use dodge or not. He does use dodge, that's very nice of him. So then, you can go here, that's really quite alright. And be the assist that you need for this blitz. The push will do, thank you. Another fail there. If this block is just a push, I'm in a world of pain here. But it still seems like the right block to make. It's not just a push, so that's good. Follow. So now we're pretty safe again. And we've still got some blocks to make. Like that one. Turn 3 only, but early in the turn. I'm gonna go and reroll that. I need to really do some punches. So this guy's got 2 dice with this assist. Also locks in this guy for a potential surf later. So that's the 2 die. Good. Come on. Yes, excellent. Unfortunately, I can't mark him without giving up a free block, so I won't. And you can go here and be annoying. Did the stream die? Really? No. Oh, quality settings. That would be nice. Excellent. Well done, guys. No? Oh. Aww. But more people got it, so I guess, well, whatever. I'm still here, you're still here. Good. Excellent. Yeah, you'd think do loss, I agree. That would be very nice. Sorry to hear it, Papa Piccolo. Have you tried Tryhard's Player? I heard it really helps with streams that don't run fluently. Yeah, so I've had situations where I signed up for too many events. Huh? My viewer count just halved, according to Twitch. I hope that's not actually true. Well, no, I don't have a witch anymore, so this won't be a serf, probably. And, oh yeah, right, I said I could serf this guy. You're absolutely right. Turn 4, it's time to start thinking about zagging to my zig. It's a lot of pushes to roll, though. That's one. Follow. I think this guy will do. Oh, 3 dice. Nice. 3 dice. It is good. So this way we're still safe. So I hope a lot of people will be reloading soon. Thanks for the question, Minefields, and welcome. I think I'm just going to be playing Dark Elves, to be honest. Finally got a punch in here. So this guy is worth blitzing. Nice, a serf without even a blitz action. Yeah, still says 49 to me as well. Oh, well done, Sage. You just got into your own way. Even after this serf, I'm not going to get much further. So you go here and just cage up over here. Still got half a drive to go. We've managed 1 KO in 4 serfs, whereas my opponent just beat up my witch. Yeah, that kind of stings. So basically I'm only outnumbered right now. See you, Belsheb. Hi, Elves, huh, Scooter? That's ambitious. 20 games is about when they start to shine. Okay, so apparently someone in my stream... Well, to be honest, let me see. Douglas. It does get rewarded because the serfs do get rewarded by injuries and by outnumbering your opponent. So I wouldn't. So I think High Elves are one of the best teams at high team values, like Mongoose. I just don't think they're that good as a starting team. And so if you're only allowed to play 20 games, then the starting roster matters. Certainly, Joe, I agree wholeheartedly. Let's see about this blitz. Good, because I have block and my opponent does not. He does have armor 8, to my great chagrin. So let's see, I could get as far as here. I think I've got enough players to get some extra pressure there. Let's see, how should this look? There, and then here. Time to really get some miles on this guy. Thanks for the follow, Jolly Jetter. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, this is looking decent. So we've still got a block here after he stood up, and then if this is just a push, we've got another 2 die to follow that up with. But it is not just a push, meaning he's now free to move around, but I'm not sure I want him to. Nice! Finally! A punch! And on a blitzer too. Excellent. I think he's fine where he is, really. I suppose here would be better. That way... No, wait. He's not going to want to get around there. And if he does, he still gets to dodge on the 2+. Whatever. I think it's pretty relevant. Interesting question, the cold. I don't think so per se, to be honest. I wouldn't expect that. Well, considering Shawnee is in the top 10 on the open ladder, I'd say he's allowed to be elitist. I rank. I rank movement pretty highly as well, and I think High Elves are a great team, but I rank movement highly after Blodge. Right, so do we have anyone who can skill? We didn't score a touchdown in the first game, of course, because it was conceded almost instantly. We have only one reroll, but I guess, you know, a handoff like there would not be bad. Let's try that. Not anymore, Douglas. They allowed Cyanide to make their own calls on rules when Cyanide stole the IP, basically. Oh, that would have been a nice little mistake there. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yes. So, oh, maybe I should have made a blitz action as well. Dope. That was silly. Well, now that we've done our noobishness, let's fail this one. It'll be an interesting thing to follow for sure. Yes, the cold. I agree. That would be very nice. If they implement chainsaws for one thing. Damn, we miss chainsaws so much. How can you have Blood Bowl without chainsaws? I mean, it's just not the same, right? That was an interesting blitz. You mean in order to tweak the rules, Valeric? Aww. You don't think that chainsaws are good liquor? Interesting. Yes, well, they've already tried narrowing the tiers in the sense that they've downgraded orcs and upgraded humans. But the game is not meant to be balanced. Oh, yes, very good. So, blitz someone, this guy, for instance, and then get even safer. Yes, balance and team value are inextricably combined. Okay. Oh, nice. Got a casualty. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. Thanks for checking back in, guys. Oh, no, that... Seriously, pathing. Walk from here to there. Why not cause a touchdown while you're at it? Idiot. Cyanide can be such a... Well, there's a lot of good things about the game too, of course. Let's not forget that, shall we? I agree. I think that the human buff was quite fun, and I think the orc nerf was pretty terrible. Yes. There. Have fun. Yes, showing going for it is one thing. I mean, the I don't know. I think it's nice that they show how far you could theoretically get, but having it look like it's risk-free until you click it is, of course, problematic. Then again, you don't want the game doing all your thinking for you. But some indication of these squares you can reach without rolling any dice, and these squares you will have to roll dice, whether they be dodges or going for it or leaps or whatever. That would help. That would help. Yeah, good point, to Cold. So it's hard to say we're going to balance the game. No reroll. Time to stumble over the finish line. I suppose I could try and get 3, 4, 5, 6. I won't get a 3 die. 4, 5, 6. But I guess 2 dice with block are still worth making. Because I have a reroll. No quads means success. Were you talking about me specifically, Scooter, or... From what I've seen, Fox, I think you're right. So, the punches have improved a bit over time. I've now got 2 casualties on him, even though the first 4 serfs didn't do anything. Yes, we don't have a turn 8 set up yet. So let's work from this one. We're missing 1 guy, which means we're not going on the side, but 1 away from it. And it's just going to be like this. Yes, Shawnee, that misclick was pretty fucking awesome. Yeah, it was horrible. My war dancer wanted to blitz Shawnee's Saurus, and then I misclicked behind him. So he walked up to him, and then dodged back out and around, and it was god awful. Yeah. He's not going to 1 turn, so I might as well go like that. Definitely ogres to cold. Hell, ogres are the worst team in Blood Bowl. I would be... Well, maybe it's my personal opinion. I know some people like them. I can play okay with halflings. I can play okay with goblins. Against this kind of a position, I would probably get reasonable win records. With ogres, I couldn't do it. Well, maybe concession farm with piling on or something. But no, ogres, I think, are the worst team. A triple misclick, huh? Nice, Mineros. They would be a lot better for sure, Bean Beanie. Yes. They had 0 to 12 ogres and goblins instead of snotlings, and all of that would have certainly improved things. So, I mean, goblins are random. Goblins are a team that you just need stuff to go your way. They can be amazing. I've cleared the pitch against Nurgle with goblins. That was fun. First half pitch clear. My fanatic just went berserk and kept pushing his prone warriors and damaging them. Great fun. That's not a... no, that's actually fine. So that was... goblins can do that. Good point, Zalash. Yeah, what I often say when playing as ogres is, or against ogres, is like, well, all you have to do is wait for the 1 turn in which a couple of guys on your cage corners pop. Underworld are interesting. I have an Underworld player whom you might like. Sorry about that. Let's see if I can find them. Oh, that sounds good. A knockout. So this is quite a fun Underworld player. He's not efficient, but he's fun. He's gonna travel back in time and wind up with you guys, while I go back to the game. So I think Underworld are a very, very solid team value 1200 hard bash. If you've got an Underworld squad at a low team value where dodge is still a fantastic skill, then, and rightly so, Aguirre, if you've got that, if you're at the team value where dodge is still great and goblins are still relatively safe, but you have 3 clawpomers, which they can get because the and we're gonna go back out for commercials. Welcome back to the second half of the game. I'm reasonably outnumbering my opponent at this point, which is good because the first 6 turns looked disappointing in that regard. Yes, sorry, Seed. So the storm vermin have amazing access, right? I mean, general strength mutation on normals is just good, and they start off with block and movement, so they're like really hyper storm vermin or beastmen. But the and the troll, of course, claw is great, tentacles are great. So you can build Underworld into a very scary team at a low team value. I've actually tried doing this at some point because I wanted a team that could stay low. It already suffered a loss of its troll. Let's kick that ball, shall we? But whatever. Goodbye, Stalin. Justice done. Sorry for the train of thought thing. I do that quite a lot. I'm talking, then something happens in the game, or more people talk in chat, and then I just drift off. Hey, talking about drifting off. I think I do that in my classes at university as well, by the way, which I'm sure annoys a lot of people. That foul was very helpful. That storm vermin is very war dancer-like. Yes, that is correct. The cold. Oh, so sorry, Valenic, missed your question. Well, missed addressing it. I use Citadel paints for them. But I know that you can get quite cheaper paints elsewhere. It's just that I have a Games Workshop literally around the corner. Well, okay, it's one block and then a corner. Yes, I teach at university, Duck Forever. Well, they're Warpstone linemen, though, Shawnee. I mean, they're different, of course. So, Duck Forever, as a bit of background, I have a PhD in cognitive neuroscience, and that's also what I teach at the University of Amsterdam. So, I teach at both the psychobiology and the psychology bachelors. I have a background in both fields, basically. Right. So, yes, you're right. Shawnee, as a bit of background, they get 2 linemen, 2 throwers, and 2 storm vermin. However, all of them have mutation access on normals, which is a big deal. I mean, if you roll 1 doubles on a lineman, you give him Mighty Blow. Then you add block, claw, tackle, and horns, and you've got a pretty sweet killer with only 1 doubles. Well, my wife is a mother, so I won't be offended by that. But yeah, I guess so. Nice, Doug Forever. What part of the world are you looking at? I'm not sure it would be entirely ethical to write you a recommendation, but it would be very funny. So I've got 8 players this turn. He's got 8 players in total. So I think containment and then moving to prevent the screen makes sense. Yes. Yeah, I think this was alright. Just a little nudge there. Here is good. Nice, Dejoko. What do you do now? Let's get as far as we can here. Oh, did it again. Yeah, I guess saying that you have a good taste in streams isn't exactly going to cut it. So I'm not willing to put this guy forward as well. I'd like to have one guy as something of a sweeper so that he cannot run everything forward. This is his ideal approach angle, I think. So this is the guy I want to stop. Well done, Dejoko. Seems like you have a real job now. I actually did do some pharmacological stuff. Interesting how these conversations are mingling at some point. Where half of us are discussing brains and half of us are discussing paints. So, will he screw this up? Would be interesting. Right, so... Nice, Shani. No! Just a stun again. Slick Mongoose down on his face there. This stunned guy is actually helping him protect his players. That's interesting. So he's deliberately not caging in order to dump off. That's never a bad idea. So it's going to be a 1 die. Almost certainly triggering dump off. Nice, Shani. So I want to get some tackle zones on some players. You can just stand up. Can he reach that? No, just can't. So this guy will. So getting a tackle zone on him would mean moving this guy. But I think that's worth it. Even though ideally you'd want him to respond, preventing the dump off's success chances, lowering the dump off success chances is advisable. So now we've got 1 tackle zone on all of them. Of course also on the runner, which means he's got a 3+3+ with no reroll in order to save the ball. Nice Flaxseed, very, very nice. So it's just an X cage on its side, right? It's the same formation. Why should it matter what orientations the squares have? Oh, I missed one. Go! That's bad, but at least I've got Oh, I've actually got 2 tackle zones on this guy. Of course, that's good. This is why I put him there. 4+. He's deciding not to. Oh, I should have rerolled that, I guess. My bad entirely. Just clicks without thinking. Just silly. Silly Sage. Well, damage control then. It's a noob mistake. Let's not give him too much freedom there. Hi, Squirrel Dude. Good to see you. Silly indeed. Yeah, I can see that, Doug Forever. Nice, so you're into real neuroscience, Joko. Excellent. Although gamma oscillations brings you closer to my side of things. So I really, while I have some background knowledge in how neurons work, most of my knowledge is about really the functional side of things. For those of you who know what we're talking about, which is probably not that many. Well, I wouldn't call what I do neuroscience. I study the brain, but I study how the brain does thinking, not how proteins do a neuron, basically. It's a different level of explanation. Oh yes, definitely, Squirrel. You the man. The witch makes a blitz, and it is successful. Actually, probably not C, judging from what these guys up here were saying. But still. So he's getting his punches in, and I flunked out on the blitz on the ball carrier. But he's not exactly achieving a ton of forward momentum yet. Although all of these prone guys are somewhat irrelevant-ish now. Oh, he's going for another plus, is he? Brains. Yes. Correct get. So this guy can get an assist, a tackle zone on these, which means he's looking at a 4+ dump off again.
It was at this moment that Nathan knew. He fucked up.
Minus agility Pudney, well. No, he doesn't actually manage a plus cage this time. He does manage to give me 2 dice here. At the risk of getting surfed. And now he's got a 5+ dump off. Oh, no block. Oh yes, block. Here, Biggles. Nah. I don't retire the team just because someone dies. I mean, the witch is only missed next game. Putney is dead. Okay, sure. Shawnee and Silly, are you still at this? You've been like bothering each other ever since Jimmy was, bouncing up and down his German internet connection earlier tonight. Yes, both down. That is a good thing. Bam! In your face. Now let's see that bounce. It's going to be pretty relevant. Okay. Yeah, that's kind of risky. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Might do that, I suppose. Yes. These guys will just be getting on their feet. Well, this one will just be getting on his feet. This one I might actually... Still got my reroll? No, just standing up is good. So, he picks it up. Yes. He dodges out. Yes. He makes the go. Yes. And then he dodges here. Or goes there. I like that, squirrel. Yeah, I can see it too, I suppose. Especially when you get like this kind of perspective. With the grass covering it. Yeah, at some point it becomes clear. But the further down you get, the more, yes, a cartoony steak, definitely. I don't think there's really a need for a handoff. He's going to be very hard pressed to get a hit on this. In fact, he would have a much easier hit on this guy just by dodging out here. But to get a hit on him, he'd have to get through this set of 4 players, which is quite dense. And pushes are not going to cut it, right? So he needs to get this guy off and this guy off. And then he doesn't have anyone to act with. So this was actually the best spot for the ball, I think. Nicely called, yes. Cartoony steak indeed. So now we can think about the 2-0. I'm sorry, Shawnee, but it was just funnier as you necroing. It cannot be unseen. Right, so that's a surf. Although it would mean a dodge out here. How risky is it to just get the ball there? I've got plenty of turns. I don't think I need to surf this right now. I think I can afford to do this instead. Nope, not a POW. I mean, I could try and run it in from here, but really that would be a risk that I shouldn't have to take. I'm not so sure that's needed, Douglas. I think the kinds of coaches who win consistently are also the kind of coaches who don't like taking silly risks. I don't think that many people will be able to grind that hard. But I guess it's a good argument to do Skaven or Wood Elves in the qualifiers. Because Dark Elves don't win 7-0 a lot. They win 1-0, 2-0, 2-1. Those kinds of scores are more Dark Elfy. Oh, down you go, buddy. Well, with 3 rerolls to go, you know, why the hell not? Might as well. Right. So it's not exactly a clean cage, but it's better than a plus. Thank you. The oldest in the chat. That's interesting. You know what? Straw poll. Let's leave it at 46 plus. I think that's fairly limited. Here we go. Just curious about this age thing. So I'm gonna go and... So there's a poll up. Velenik asked who's the oldest person here, and I figured it would be nice to get an estimate of the user base, basically. Yeah, so the surf is good. It was to be expected, to be fair.
Fatality.
Right, so this team has some recovering to do, but at least it's winning. We're down 1 witch and 2 blitzers. No, not really, Douglas. I mean, as long as I can recover from, you know, the setback and still win, I'm fine with that. I don't mind playing a team with a couple of... Yes, Aguirre. True enough. You mean in terms of surf injuries? Yes, that is correct, Bean Beanie. But at this point it doesn't matter anymore, right? So, we can just run it in. So this guy should not go all the way. So, that way we get a clean X cage this time around. You go here. 1983, that would be me. Can this guy get there? Yes. So then he can get there, and then this guy can actually get further. Oh, no, he can't. Yes, Fox. I guess so. I guess so. Yeah, this is kind of rubbish. You know what? Screw it. Punch someone. So they shouldn't be getting an armor roll at all. It's an automatic injury roll from the crowd. Am I worried about this? Yes, I should be. Play it safe. Go for the win. There. Let's have a look at the poll's outcome and see what ages we've got. So I'm 33. I'm just going to fill it out myself as well. I just turned 33 last Sunday. So that's 3 days ago. Alright. Alright. So it's actually younger than I am on average. That's interesting. Huh. Cool. Nice to know, guys. Thanks for letting me know. Oh, I didn't intern. A link to the poll. Sure, it's coming up right now. Apparently so. Well, I do know that Hunter has turned 16 after I started streaming. What was it? December? January? Something like that. So if he's not moving forward, then I'm still pretty safe. He's got 5 players, I've got 6, 7 even.
1, 2, 5. 3.
You go, Scooter. My girlfriend's actually, I should say, my wife is actually older than I am. Let's see, he goes here. And he blitzes this guy. This means my cage is still fairly safe, and I can chain push this guy out for more movement options. Oh, well, that's not too good. But yes, out you go. So now this is my new corner, which is fine. Still got 2 turns after this. Now this guy can go here, prevent him from crowding me out all the way over there, basically. Or I suppose I could go there and give me something to fall back on if stuff fails. Yeah, that seems alright. Still got my cage. If he doesn't move forward now, I've won. If he doesn't get someone into touchdown range. Oh, he can't get into touchdown range. Can he? 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's exactly 1 square too far away to be able to score this game. Nice. Yay. Here comes Lee. So for some reason, a lot of you have got this bad purple look over here, which is kind of hard for me to read on that dark gray background. So if you see me going like this, scrunching up my eyes and then looking at the chat, that's because of this. Would it be very bad if I admitted that I don't know what a ponce is? Must be something British. Really should have moved them up first, though. This would be quads, it would be bad. Oh, sorry, Liquor, my bad. It's kind of an assumption. Hey there, Minos, thank you. So, are people just logging out and back in order to change them then? Well, anyway. So what is ponce? Define ponce for me, please. Oh, I should have handed off to someone last turn. I guess Biggles. Bitter Twitch. Alright. Thank you, Seed. I'm surprised it's not a let me Google that for you link. A ponce, a term originated in the UK and came into prominence in the 60s, initially to describe a pimp. In Spanish it means prince and could have either been referring to the fancy over-the-top clothing and jewelry popular with pimps, or because he was surrounded by a harem of women involved in the underworld but usually not the actual king of the area. He had to pay tribute to use the block or neighborhood. Now it's generally used to refer to someone, usually male, who dresses in nicer clothing and acts in a polished fashion, often interchangeable with fag or pussy, but not necessarily as derogatory. A ponce is not necessarily homosexual, nor are they necessarily passive or weak, but they would tend to be thought of as metrosexual or gay in their manner of dress. In the US, it also takes a bit of a tone of a poser or wannabe, primarily in the punk, ska, or artsy scenes. Right, that was me trying to sound British. How'd I do? So yes, surfing seems like fun, I'd say. Might as well be with the ball carrier. Hello. I don't think it was British all along. Yes, I got that, Liquor. Thank you. So, I was basically doing the accent to fit the flavor of the text that I was describing. Oh great, so now I have to define plonker as well. Yeah, so my accent is a bit of a mix, right? I mean, I'm Dutch, and they teach British English in Dutch high schools. However, most of my English is based on, you know, Hollywood cartoons, for a large part. Yes, better winning. 60k treasury, aka... Bloody. Blimey. Yes. So, Mac, dead Mac, got the MVP. Lobra? I wouldn't know, Aguirre, sorry. So, thanks for watching YouTube, and see you in the next one.